From healthcare partners, doctors, and medical staff, we wish all of you a happy holidays.
Happy holidays!
This portion of the news is brought to you by Albertsons. You're in for something fresh.
Welcome back to News 46. 1 million people suffer from chronic pain, and some patients only get relief through a stimulator implant. But once the device is in place, patients cannot get MRI screenings. Now, researchers at Ohio State University are one of the first in the nation to implant an MRI-safe spinal cord stimulator. One patient says he's got a new pep in his step thanks to this new device. Marty Saltz has the story.
This health tip is brought to you by
Desert View Hospital and Mountain Valley Physicians Group. Don't put your health on hold. We have time for you. Call us to schedule your appointment. 775-751-7100.
Simple trips to the mailbox and walking the dog were almost unbearable for John Garvin.
A burning pain is probably the worst type of pain you can have.
John has lived with this pain for more than 20 years. It started in his feet and traveled to his legs.
Oh, I remember his feet sticking out of the sheets. And if I happened to accidentally hit his toes, he would just yell, really loud.
The pain was due to a peripheral neuropathy. John shuffled as he walked and quickly wore out his shoe soles. Researchers at The Ohio State University recommended the SureScan MRI neurostimulation system because John would need to continue MRI scans.
What it does is it blocks the impulses going through the spinal cord to the brain.
The device has a protective coating on the metal and prevents tissue burn. In the past, patients with stimulator implants could not have MRI screenings.
It kind of absorbs the heat which is generated along the contacts and spreads it over the length of the lead,
allowing doctors to better treat patients.
I feel a lot better.
He sleeps with his feet under the covers.
Experts say the device will now give millions of patients like John Garvin a chance to walk through life with a little less pain. I'm Marty Salt reporting.
It is an estimated worldwide 60 million MRI procedures are performed each year. The stimulator will give thousands of people the opportunity to control their pain while monitoring other health problems.
And manufacturers of antibacterial hand soap and body wash will be required to prove their products are more effective than plain soap and water in preventing illness and the spread of infection under a proposed rule announced today by the Food and Drug Administration. Those manufacturers also will be required to prove their products are safe for long-term use. Millions of Americans use antibacterial hand soap and body wash products. There is currently no evidence that they are any more effective at preventing illness than washing with plain soap and water. Furthermore, some data suggests that long-term exposure to certain active ingredients used in antibacterial products could pose health risks, such as bacterial resistance or hormonal effects. About 2,000 individual products contain these products.
Well, Positive Pahrump and the Pahrump firefighters invited Santa Claus down to their Union Hall on Emory Street this past Saturday.
Well, this year we opened up as a Santa shop. Like we said, we have Santa here with Mrs. Claus. They're taking pictures with the community. Kids are coming down, getting gifts. And the overall toy drive, we're getting people bringing in toys, and we're being able to provide the Christmas for these families that we wanted to.
The angel tree, we put angel trees up at, is it 3 elementary schools and 1 middle school?
Yes.
Okay, so people can come in and choose an angel off the tree, and then there's like a little wish list on the angel for the child, and you can purchase the presents and return them to the school, and then those are going to be handed out this week.
Stephanie, how many years have you guys been doing this?
This is our 4th year, so and then we keep getting bigger and bigger and adding more things, but the stress, obviously we all like it because we do it every year.
Tell me a little bit about why you guys decided to do it here at the Union Hall and how the Firefighters Union is involved.
Well, We've done it here every year, so that's kind of how we got involved and kind of choosing the location here. Initially we got involved, I would say, just because I am with the Firefighters Union, and like I said, me and Stephanie have been friends for a long time. And when we started doing this, it was kind of out of the blue, hey, what do you think? And that's where we ran with it from. And ever since then, it's been, you know, the support of the guys in the local union, and then Stephanie and everybody from Positive Prompt, the detention center, Desert View. It's just kind of, like we said, it's grown every year. So these guys have all played an important role.
Yeah, let's talk about that, the detention center's involvement in this.
Yeah, we've been helping. This is our second year helping out with the toy drive, and we're glad. We're definitely looking forward to helping out next year.
You guys collect toys amongst the employees there at the Correction Corporation of America Southern Detention Center, right?
Yes, as soon as the employees walk in, they're able to donate right there at our front door, and we've been collecting for the last couple of weeks.
Speaking of that, Desert View Hospital too as well.
Yes, we had a couple of collection boxes set up in the hospital, and I've had to empty that box like every couple of days. It's awesome.
Yeah. How many kids do you think over the past 4 years have you been able to help?
We actually just kind of estimated not too long ago, and
The tally that we got on it was close to 711 kids at that time frame, and there are some that we didn't count, with the countless angels and then just regular citizens that have come up, you know, that have needed the help, that have talked to us out there that weren't added in there. So I mean, we're hitting that 1,000 mark pretty quick.
This one was kind of different because you opened it up for just the general community, but you also have some kids that were identified.
yes, we chose 15 families to come an hour early. Those families came, were able to shop, and then obviously leave. We did open it up to the community from 12 to 4. Anybody that needs assistance is more than welcome to come down. We're trying to reach out to every child on Christmas morning that they have a gift to open up.
What does this do for you guys personally?
Well, I think I stick by the fact that when we first started doing this, the second year, when we went around, I was in Walmart shopping for my own kids at the time, and there was a little kid in front of us that was going through, and the lady at the cash register had asked, you know, what are you asking Santa for this year? And the little girl actually spoke up and said, well, my Santa was a guy in a yellow shirt. And I had previously, the year before, delivered toys in a yellow sweatshirt when we went around. Yeah. So that's my hit and my mark when it comes down to it.
Such a touching story. K9 Radio's Karen Jackson and members of the community decorated the community Christmas tree in the parking lot of Saddle West.
Last Saturday we were supposed to decorate the tree, but the weather was so bad I had to cancel. So we had the lights on, so we did the lighting on Sunday, but we still didn't have any ornaments. So I asked the community to come out and let's finish off the tree.
This is great weather today.
It's perfect weather.
The kids sang some songs, had some fun out here hanging up the ornaments. Who did the top of the tree?
Valley Electric. They always do the top. And we weren't able to put our usual tree topper on that the high school made for us. It was too heavy this year for the top is thinner than before.
And then you've got also some facades here.
Yes, the Society of Trudeau, they gave us a Christmas scene, and the nativity scene came from the party house. And Kiwanis sponsors Mrs. Claus's kitchen. The fireplace hasn't gotten here yet. But it will. It will. Sheldon is out of town right now.
Any other things coming up for K9, for the holidays for you guys, or the community Christmas tree?
The community tree will stay lit until after New Year's Day. Then we take it down. We have a community takedown. The only thing I have coming up is the Saturday before Christmas. I do a food drive so that we can make sure the less fortunate have Christmas dinner.
Where's that going to be at?
I'll be at Smith's again. That's my usual spot. And I really enjoy being there because Smith's is very generous. They come out, they donate turkeys and things to help with the food drive.
And so that's Saturday beginning at what time?
10 o'clock.
What kind of items are you looking for?
We're looking for things centered around Christmas dinner. You know, the yams, the turkeys, the hams, stuffing, anything to do with a Christmas dinner.
So we'll see you down there, and of course, listen to K9. What day are you guys live on the air?
I'm live Tuesday through Friday, 1 to 4.
There you go. And of course, 95.1.
Yes, K9.
All right, folks, we'll keep it here because we're going to have more local news for you after these messages.
Today's news is brought to you in part by Dr. George Leeks, Pahrumps optometrist since 1990, offering full-spectrum eye care for children and adults. Call today, 727-8300.
Governor Brian Sandoval has said that he is appalled by the latest report from the Sacramento Bee about former Ralston Neal mental patients who were bussed out of state, later committing crimes including murder and bombings across the country. The newspaper used Greyhound bus receipts to track more than 1,000 people who were given bus tickets out of Nevada between July of 2008 and April of this year. Among other findings, the story posted on the newspaper's website today included patients saying that they never received treatment while at Ralston Neal, and that perhaps 50 of them were facing charges in Nevada when the hospital bussed them out of state.
Well, a federal judge said today that he believes the government's once secret collection of domestic phone records is unconstitutional, setting up likely appeals and further challenges the data mining revealed by classified leaker Edward Snowden. The judge said the National Security Agency's bulk collection of metadata, phone records of the time and numbers called without any disclosures of content, apparently violates privacy rights. His preliminary ruling favored 5 plaintiffs challenging the practice, but limited the decision only to their case.
Well, when Christmas is all over, the University of Nevada Cooperative Extension would like you to recycle your tree at their location at the corner of Calvada and Dandelion Streets.
Well, you know, it's wonderful. We have our garden open that you can drop your Christmas trees off. We don't want any trees that are flocked, and make sure you remove all your ornaments and no tinsel. And if you just drop them off at our Cooperative Extension office located at 1651 East Calvada Boulevard, which is at the cross streets of Calvada and Dandelion, you'll see there'll be a sign, and just drop off your tree, and then we recycle them. The Nye County Public Works, Tim Carlo and his crew, they come over late January and grind them up for us. But we do have a deadline. If they would drop them off by Sunday, January 12th of 2014.
And so you bring them over there, you drop them off, and you guys use them in your own gardens there?
Yes, we do. We use that mulch in our garden.
Wow. So what a fabulous place to drop them off and know that they're being recycled and used for something good.
That's right. And if you have any questions, please call me at 775-727-5532.
And here's Bill Moeller with today's first business brief.
This is the first business brief for Monday, December 16th. I'm Bill Mueller. A lot of focus on the Federal Reserve this week. Tomorrow, the Fed begins 2 days of meetings, and the big question, of course, will it actually start to pull back from its stimulus? Also, Janet Yellen, the White House pick to be the new Fed chair, could come up for a full Senate vote by Friday. Some signs of stability in Europe. Employment has remained flat for the past 2 quarters, but that's actually good considering the years of crippling cuts in jobs. One country now officially emerging from this crisis, Ireland, saying it has made a clean exit from its European bailout. Ford, boy, it's on a tear. It announced it's about to embark on, and here's the quote, the fastest, most aggressive manufacturing expansion in 50 years. And that includes the hiring of thousands of employees, the opening of new factories in China and Brazil. Also, 23 new models will be introduced around the world in 2014. Well, that's the first business brief. I'm Bill Mueller.
Thanks so much, Bill. We were just discussing weather and
Yes.
it warming up. Is it going to warm up? And some of the humidity that was in the air and last winter we haven't been seeing. So we really need to find out about that and stuff and see what's going to be coming up. I know this weekend was kind of warm.
It was.
It was.
All right, folks, we'll keep it here because we're going to have your weather with Noah Begins after this.